right, we got today's mail call. This is a figure actually I had when I was a kid, and I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what happened to it. So, and I've been finding these online for pretty cheap. So, let's go ahead and open it up. I already did cut it, but I hadn't opened it yet. Let's. All right, here we are. It's StarGate. And I've been getting these, recollecting these. I had the whole series when I was a kid. This is, there's only 8 figures and 3 vehicles, so there wasn't a whole lot. And they had these little secret messages on the back of it. So, and then you had to have these to translate, which doesn't look like anything on here translates. So, but yeah, you had to collect the whole series in order to translate these hieroglyphs. But when I get the whole set, I will take these file cards and translate them. And anyway, there's his file card there. I'll try to pause it the best I can. See if I can get this thing to focus without shaking my hand all over the place. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully y'all can read that. But yep, that's his artifacts, weapons, and stuff like that. And but yeah, let's open them up. And like I said before, these things are really, really inexpensive online on eBay. And I think one is because the movie did really well, but the figure line didn't do so well from my understanding. And the TV show did well too. The SG-1 movie TV show did really well, and I liked SG-1, and I liked Atlantis, and I liked I know there was SGU. I think that's all they had. But yeah, I liked them all. And I used to watch it with my mom. The SG-1, used to watch it with mom. And I didn't even know it existed until we got cable. And of course, we didn't get cable until like 2000. Yeah, 2000. Because that was the first time I ever heard of anime and all that good stuff. Because I started watching anime. I was watching Toonami. I was like, there were so many things I was missing out on. And my friends were like, really? You don't even know? You never heard of that? I'm like, nope. But we just didn't have cable because Mom didn't want us sitting in front of the TV all the time, which is understandable. All right. I cut it. I wanted to cut that really carefully because I didn't want to rip anything. All right. Perfect. And yep, here's the pyramid that Daniel Jackson came with a little black pyramid, and this goes over the top of it. But this was his spaceship. It has a little, I think it has, yeah, it's got a little bit of detail in it. It's empty on the bottom, completely smooth on the inside. But you set it on top of Jackson's. And then, of course, he had to have a spring-loaded blaster here. Let's see. Dang. It's got a good spring in there. I put a little dent in there. I wasn't expecting it to do that. And then he had his staff. I forget. Let's see. Pharaoh gun, an artifact. I forgot. So there's not a name for this thing. Other than just Pharaoh. I'm pretty sure that's the Pharaoh gun. Oh, we got a little fade on it here. That's fine. It doesn't bother me none. You see that side's purple and that side's kind of faded purple. But again, that's okay. This plastic is like 30-something years old now. And then here's the Ra himself. And this helmet does come off. But he doesn't look like anything like he did in the movie. with the helmet on, he kind of sort of resembles what he looked like in the movie, but even then, his skin wasn't gold. So I think that's one thing that was such a hard with these figures, was they didn't look anything like the characters they were supposed to represent. So, but it's fine, you know, it worked. Let's see. He holds his staff. I'm pretty sure like this. Hopefully I don't break anything the first day I get it. Let's see, maybe he holds it in this hand. Let's see. The fingers are a little bendy, so maybe they got a little forgiveness in them. But yeah, it pops right out of that hand. Well, it was. It was popping right out. But yeah, this is gold paint, so I'm pretty sure it probably has the same issues that the Joe one did. Hopefully not, because I don't want broken thumbs or anything. And yes, he's very top heavy. I do remember him being top heavy. Yeah. He holds it better in his left hand, so I'll put it in his left hand. So it holds it so much better. It actually stands up better too, so I can do it like this. Yeah. It still feels like really top heavy. There we go. But yep, so this is Raw, the main villain of the film. And it was pretty cool how their helmets would, like, when they wanted to show their face, their helmets would but Raw's helmet folded into his head, and that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird to me when the other ones kind of folded it. They went back into like they would go back and then fold into the side, but his just like folded down into his face and his head and stuff, and that was weird to me. I'm like, why did they do that? You know. But yeah, that's the TV shows, of course, had to change some things. They had to change a few of the things to fit their story and the narrative a little bit better. But yeah, he looks nothing like the character did in the show, and not even close. It's a little similar when he's geared up, but his skin wasn't painted gold. It was like regular color, you know. And the only difference, you know, he had this little thing like jewelry. Oops, he had like this little jewelry on his hand, or he like killed somebody, like shooting them across the room. And anyway. I just noticed something, that they got Raw. They got Raw right here. And I'm thinking the bird means A. It might be how you write Raw in their hieroglyphs. But anyway, it was kind of neat to StarGate alien species, yeah. The Goa'uld. You know, when I was a kid, the planet Abydos, I thought they traveled back in time. That's what I thought happened. Instead of going to a different planet, and like I didn't understand that they traveled to a different planet. In my head, that they traveled to the past, to ancient Egypt. That's what I thought at first, and it took me a couple of years to realize that, oh, they went to another planet. Oh, like Mom had to explain it to me, and I was like, oh, so they didn't time travel. They went to a different place. Okay, I get it now. But, yeah. So that was, they had four good guys and 4 bad guys. So the next one, as I stated in the last one, I'm going like this. So the next one I'm going to get is the Attack Pilot Horse. And I'm going to get all the figures first before I get the vehicles. And I'm probably going to start with the Wing Glider. Well, hey, Podcat. I'll probably start with the Wing Glider, and then I'll get the All-Terrain Cruiser, and then I'll get the Mustache. So, and the thing about the movie, I didn't know that these were horses. I thought these were animatronic animals. They were actually horses with costumes. I was like, I didn't know that. I was wondering how they did the animals. And I just recently actually found that out, that they were horses that they put a costume over. We got a Podcat here, Phoebe. But anyway, this is today's haul. Getting more StarGate stuff. I do plan on getting the whole line. Like I said, when I was a kid, I had everything. I had it all. I had everything on here, and I do remember playing with all these, and taking them to church and school. And I took him, and I have a specific memory of taking Kowalski to school with me and leaving him at my desk over the weekend, because I took him in on Friday and I forgot him. And I was scared that somebody was going to steal him over the weekend. And luckily, he was still there in my desk on Monday. But I just remember the whole weekend I was upset and just... I was like, I can't believe I left him at school, you know. But then I, on Saturday night, I was a little bit, I started thinking about, well, what if he's going on an adventure at night? Just making up stuff in my head. He's lowers himself down from my desk and goes and walks around my school and goes on a little adventure over the weekend when nobody's there. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. This was today's haul. Like I said, I'm going to continue getting some of these. And these are really, really not expensive at all on eBay. The vehicles are a little bit pricey, but they're really not that bad. And you can find everything mint in box. I mean, there's tons of mint in box. So I'm just like, I'm definitely going to get everything, and so I can have the whole complete set again. And if I ever do wind up finding my originals, I'll probably just swap the all the stuff that I'm missing, which is I'm pretty sure I took this loincloth off because it kept getting stuck, or it kept popping off whenever I was trying to sit them down. I think I remember taking that off. I know I lost this helmet, and I'm for sure lost these because I didn't care. I didn't really play with. I liked spring loaded, but I didn't really keep up with it. I think, and then my friend's dog ate one of these. Ate that, and then but yeah. Anyway, I plan on getting them all. Everybody take care, and be safe, and have a great week.